Hey guys, today I wanted to actually go over my EDC, my everyday carry, for a long time now. I've actually been thinking about making this video, but I just haven't got around to it. So I'll show you what this is. This is a product by a company called Skinth. It's based out of Canada, and they make these products to order. So, hold on. Autofocus is on. They make these products to order, so it's not made when you order it, but once you do order it, they create it, and you can put in whatever specifications you want for this. For me, I got the belt clip. I know it comes with like a fabric belt loop as well, but the clip is just so much more convenient. And I got mine with magnets as well. So it just closes by itself, and that's very nice. I think the other design comes with snap buttons. Now, to get onto the actual content of this, I have, right up in the front here, I have my Knipex pliers. Knipex, however you pronounce it, there's a big debate going on. And I have these at the front because it's just really easy access, and I end up using this a lot, more than most of the other tools in this kit. So, if you haven't seen these before, these are the Cobras. Yeah, they're the Cobra variant of the Knipex pliers, and that means that they're the smallest ones. So they're pretty much a staple in the EDC community because of just how much utility people get out of these. And I've noticed that for myself, that like if I can't pinch something with enough force, or like if I need to nip at something that'll hurt my fingers, my little baby hands, then these are my go-to tool. And inside here, I actually saw a video about this. Somebody found out that you can slide a magnet right in here. So if I'm at the thrift store and I ever need to test some stainless steel or something to make sure, or like what kind of metal it is, I have that, and it also keeps them closed if you were to put this in your pocket, so they're not like, without the magnet there, I'll just show you. They just come open. So keep that there, and it keeps them closed. Great tool, I love these. The next thing, let's go to the side here. Actually, we'll go to the other side. This is my, if you can see, i5T EOS flashlight. This is by Olight, I believe, and it takes AA batteries. Yeah, this is a company called Olight. They make really good flashlights. I actually had another one of these that I stopped carrying because it was the i3T EOS, and it took AAA batteries. There's nothing wrong with AAA batteries, but the light was a little less powerful in my experience with it, and it didn't last as long. Since then, I've bought some Eneloop Pro batteries. I probably have some that I could show you. Actually, I'll just take it out of here. I'll show you how this works. You just unscrew the top, and the battery comes right out. And here I have the Eneloop Pro batteries. These are very nice, and they're rechargeable, and you get like a ton of recharges out of them. So they're super affordable compared to buying regular batteries. Now this went in, there's a guide on here. Yeah. I'd highly recommend this light, and it's cheap too. So I didn't spend a whole lot of money on it, maybe 50 bucks. I'd have to double check that, but yeah, inexpensive. There are two modes on this flashlight. I'll show you the first mode, then I'll show you the second. It's a little bit brighter. My video is correcting for that though, but it is significantly brighter, and it allows you to see a lot more in the dark. Anyway, has those two modes. It also, if you press it, if you short press it a bunch of times and then hold it, I think it's 5 times, it will toggle between which of these modes comes first when you turn it on. That's for this flashlight. It also has a really nice clip. I love this clip. It fits very nicely onto here, and the i3T EOS did not fit as nicely. Just like, it was a good clip, but on this case specifically, I couldn't just slide it on. I had to like finagle it on, which is really annoying. Anyway, Now, the other thing in this pocket here is a little Bic pen that I cut down. And inside this Bic pen is not ink, actually. It's some toothpicks. I have toothpicks in there. I also have a needle, just in case I need to, you know, do a SIM card tray or whatever. You know, I don't have a phone that requires that anymore, but it's always good to have, you know, something that's a very fine point. There we go. On the other side here, I have a Wera ratchet. A Weha ratchet, not Wera. It's a Weha, and it's very small, but it works very well. I don't know if this is specific to my model, but I've noticed that when I'm screwing things or using this ratchet, the lever switches sides, and I don't know why. It's kind of annoying, but it happens. Anyway, moving on, I have a little, this is the most recent addition to my kit, actually, and on one side it's a Phillips screwdriver, and on the other side it is a flathead, and this is for glasses. It came in a glasses kit, and it's been pretty useful to have on me. And it doesn't take up much space because it's so small. It's got a little keyring on it. So, no harm in putting it in. It doesn't take up any space here. Here I have little precision pliers, or not pliers, tweezers. And these work very well, and I'm glad that I have them. I got them in a toolbox that I bought from the thrift store. They were already in there. I was like, hell yeah, I could put that in my EDC tool pouch. This is a little bit of a weird one, but this is a gasket remover. I haven't used this very much, but I think you can also use it for SIM card trays. If there's something that like you just need to hook, you can't get your finger in there, it's good to have. But I haven't found like a seriously good use case for this just yet. Hot glue. I can't tell you how many times I've actually used this in a pinch, and this has helped me out so many times. Just like, I actually used this the other day when I was making a panel, a removable panel for my deck. I hot glued a couple of the vertical boards together so I can know that they're aligned when I took them off as a single unit, and then I, you know, I put 2x4s across the, this doesn't matter, but anyway, I've used this so many times. I have nothing but respect for hot glue. And it's a good tool just to have for if you're a maker. I'm not much of a maker, but I do like making stuff sometimes. It's just, it's easily removable, and you can fix so many things super quickly with it. And in addition to that, this is not my tool pouch. I keep this in my small 5th pocket of my pants. This is my lighter, and in my lighter I have a butane torch insert. So that gets used with the hot glue, and I get to melt stuff, which is fun. Moving on, we have a few things here. We have, for the ratchet, we have 2 sets of bits, and I've sort of organized it in such a way that the most used ones are closer to the top, and this one, I have this small one at the top just because it's easier to grab and pull out the whole thing. That's how I have it set up. And the last thing I have in this is a little extender for my ratchet as well, and this has come in handy when I can't get to those hard to reach places. Is there anything else? I think that's about it for this tool pouch. Thank you for watching. I hope you found that interesting. If you did, smash that like button, press the subscribe button, I don't know. If you want to see more videos about EDC, I can definitely do that. I like EDC a lot. And I haven't even gotten much into what I carry in my pockets, which is a decent amount. So if you want to see a video like that, just comment I might make it anyway, doesn't really matter. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.